In this video, we're going to do some refactoring so that we can figure out how we can clean up a bunch of this code and make this much more concise. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a return here right above the conversion constant here, and we're going to see how we can rewrite these 3 lines of code into a single line of code. So let's create a constant here, and we're going to say let size from text field equal, and this is going to cause an error here, so let's just quickly comment out these 3 lines of code. We can use our quick comment, and now we can use size from text field again. Before we had the error where size from text field was already created above. So we can convert this all into a single line of code by saying men's shoe size text field dot text dot toInt, and we can add our exclamation point at the end here. And notice how clean that is. Notice that that's basically incorporating all 3 lines of code here, all the functionality we're doing, into a single line. And this is kind of how we can chain things in Swift. It's super cool using this dot notation. We first get back the text, then we're going to convert it to an integer, and this is an optional, so we need to unwrap it, so we just put the exclamation point at the end. We can also practice doing some additional refactoring. At the bottom here, I'll just do this above the code so we don't need to comment this code out. And we can update our text property here. Actually, we need the hidden thing, so we can put that right here. By saying that the men's converted shoe size label is going to be .text is equal to, and we'll put some quotes here. And first we'll pass in our size from text field, and we can add our conversion constant here. Notice that this is the first time we're seeing this. We can actually add 2 values inside of some string interpolation here. So because these are both integers, we can add them together, and then it will convert it into a string for us. And then we can also add some sort of identifier at the end here. We didn't do this before, but we can add this now, and we could say something like in European shoe size. And then we can just delete this code out. So we were able to reduce the number of lines of code we've had in our project by quite a bit. We still needed to keep our conversion constant here, although we could have just hard-coded this and written 30 and deleted this line of code too. I kind of like to define this constant here, because if we ever want to change this or update this, we just have to change this number instead of kind of going into our code and reading everything over again. We can remove our commented code out at the top here, and we see how clean this code looks now. Let's try running our application and make sure it still works with our refactor. So let's try entering a number in here. We choose 5 this time, and we see 35 in European shoe size. Maybe we add a space here, so you could add a space right here, or we could add a space at the end here. Either way would work, and that way we would no longer see, the 2 number and text side by side. Let's try one more. We could do 2. And that looks great.